everyone and welcome back to this week's video. This week's video is an overall review of the holiday, going through every single detail. Obviously all the other videos have been personalised on a subject like the beach and the pool or the room. Now this is overall everything. So I'm going to start off with the flight and the holiday company that we used to book it. We used TUI to book the holiday because it included the hotel, flights and transport to the hotel, so it made it very simple. We didn't need to do much thinking about the trip. We booked extra legroom on our flight on the way there and back, and we also booked the lounge at Gatwick Airport. The lounge was the #1 lounge, and we got, I think, a really good discount because we booked it on Black Friday, which had extra discounts in most places. So we booked it then to get a good deal at #1 lounge. When we was at Gatwick, it was quite busy, and sometimes it's hard to find a seat at the #1 lounge that we booked. First of all, we got some stall seating to have breakfast, and then we were keeping an eye out on the other seats that were lower down by the window. So when someone walked off, we went and took their seats, and it was a lovely view by the window so we could see the planes going past. The breakfast was decent. We had some champagne very early in the morning, which was nice. Not champagne, Prosecco. And oh, what's the one where it's orange juice and Prosecco? That one, can't remember what it's called now. But we had a few of them as well. On the actual flight, it was lovely. We got to our seats and there was no one sitting with us because it was a 3-3-3. And there was no one sitting with us, so my sister moved to the edge. So I was by the window, empty middle seat, and she was on the edge. So we had that bit of extra room too. Food was nice. Staff were absolutely lovely. Flight left on time. Everything for the flight was amazing. And now we're at the airport in Punta Cana, and it was a nightmare. It's a small, actually quite pretty airport, but the security line was a whole different ball game. When we arrived, we had Air Canada in front of us. Then I think it was us, and then we had another Air Canada behind us. The security line was 2 hours. It was in that line for 2 hours. It was ridiculous. I don't think I've ever been in the security line for that long. I don't know whether I've just been lucky and missed the long queues at security line. But yeah, absolutely mayhem, I think. It was just... And even when we got to the security person, he looked at our passports, stamped it and went. We were there for a few seconds, not even a whole minute, I don't think. It was just a look, stamp, stamp, off you go. Went very quickly. So they must have got thousands of people through in the 2 hours. They come and clean your room every day for you. They refill the mini fridge for you. So what we did, we took the mini alcohols and the bottles of water out of the fridge and put them in our suitcases, and then they would always refill it for us. So we came home with lots of mini bottles of alcohol, which I will be using for people's birthday presents. I might make up little party bags for them at some point, like for 18th birthdays, for the daughter's turning 18 soon, so I might save it for them to do little party bags for them. Just an idea I've got in my head. Also, what else was there? I think that's it for the room. We didn't have a swim up pool. My mum did, and they really enjoyed going to the swim up room mid-afternoon because that's when the sun was on their pool. So we did go and visit them occasionally in their pool. Talking about the pool is a beautiful size. Only adults can go in that pool, and in theory people with only the black wristbands can go in that pool. But we did see other people, adult-wise, with yellow wristbands come to the foam party. I think they might have heard the music from the beach or the other hotel to come to it, which is fine. You just can't actually get served alcohol or any drinks at the pool bar unless you have a black wristband on. So if you've got any other colour wristbands, you cannot get a drink from the pool. They will not do it. I think I was up there when someone came with a yellow wristband and they got point blank refused to be served. So I think in the end they did end up having the pool party and then they went straight back to their own hotel. Is the pool noisy? Yes. In the afternoon mainly. In the afternoon they do beach games which can get very noisy. So if you want a 100% peaceful holiday, it's not the place, quite frankly. It kind of turns, like the foam party in the afternoon was very loud. What else was there? There was, trying to think now, it's been a month now since I've been and we're doing this video. When you splash them into a tub, that can get very noisy. I think there was a limbo that got quite noisy with very loud drunk people, which we are fine with. I don't mind that sort of thing, but some people probably do want just a relaxing, not much noise holiday. I wouldn't recommend going there for that. As I said in the pool one, if you want a deck chair, sun lounger, you have to get there early, especially if you want an umbrella with it. My sister and I always went down to watch the sunrise, and then we would come back to the pool and put our towels down, then go to the coffee shop, which opened at 7, to get a coffee, hot chocolate latte, whatever, and then my sister would go up and get changed, and I would just take my book with me and sit by the pool and read for a good few hours, because that was the most relaxing time for me. It wasn't too hot, it was quiet. So for me, sitting there, reading a book with a drink by water of the pool, not much noise going on, not many people around, it was beautiful. So about 7:15, I was by that pool with my book. Beautiful. But as I said, we put our towels out before then because we went to see the sunrise, and by the time we walked past to go and see sunrise, there was already towels out. So when we went to the sunrise, that's when we put our towels out. Now for the beach. The beach is a different kettle of fish. I don't want to know what time people get up to put their towels on the beach chairs. As I said, me and my sister went down there at sunrise, and pretty much every single beach lounger was covered. Absolutely none available. One day I did go down there extra early, not to put my beach towel out because I wasn't going to the beach that day and I was just awake. So I wanted to see how many spaces were available. So I think I went down there at 5 AM and they were all still gone. I don't know. I don't want to know what time people get their stuff out, because if it's earlier than 5 AM in the morning, I do not want to know about it, because I'm not purposely getting up earlier than that to get my towel on a chair. Just putting it out there, but it's not happening. I like my sleep. I am not doing that. And that's not the sort of holiday that I want to do. If you don't want a sunshade and just a deck chair, beach lounge, sun lounger, you're actually fine to get there anytime. There's always some available right at the front where the sea is if you don't want cover. If you want cover, I don't even know what time you need to get down there for that. It's ridiculous. And also there is a little bit of the beach cut off for the amber people, but obviously you do see children along the beach playing because it's a beach, it's not private, it belongs to the Dominican Republic, so anyone can go along the beach. But most of the time people stay to their sections, which is quite nice. What else about the beach? Oh, lots of people selling things. They never come onto the hotel, they always stay on the beach. So if you're reading a book or have headphones on, they don't come up to you and talk to you. But if you're just laying there, they will come and talk to you to try and buy things. There is security from the hotel on the beach, so you do feel safe. They won't do anything because there's always security on the beach watching them. And I think they know each other, so they're friends. I don't think they're going to annoy each other. But yeah, security there, but there is quite a few people trying to sell things. Now, general information about the hotel. The hotel is one of the smaller ones of the bar principal in that complex, which is not a surprise because it's adults only and luxury. So I'm not surprised it's one of the smaller ones. All the entertainment staff were absolutely lovely. All the hotel staff was lovely. Tips is a big thing there, and I think as we are British and we look British, they didn't serve us that much until they realised that we were tipping quite well. What we would do at the beginning of the day, by the pool at least, was do $5 in the morning when they first serve us and another $5 at the end. So overall it was $10 throughout the day. We also tipped very nicely in the restaurants in the evening, and we put a dollar tip in the fridge each day, and we put a few dollars on the side for the cleaner each day. So I think that helps a lot with them refilling the bar in the room and making your room very nice for you. What else was there tipping wise? Oh, tipping wise, the coach driver kept saying that he has family at home. Can we tip him, please? We did tip him a little bit, I think $2. But yeah, a very tipping culture, which obviously from the UK we are not used to. But obviously America and Canada is a big thing. So they're used to it. But as I said, because we look British, I don't think they expected us to tip much at all. But when they realised we did, they were a lot nicer to us, if you get what I mean. They weren't horrible to us, first of all, but they would ignore us for drinks or not the best service until they realised, okay, they tip, let's be nice to them. Our hotel had a few restaurants, and all the restaurants in our hotel were adult only because it's an adult only complex. We had the Italian, which we tried. It was nice. It's nothing to write home about. It was nice pizza that I got. What can I say? Lovely bar staff there, actually. The bar staff are really friendly there. We went to the restaurant Meat, which I didn't like that much. A lot of people like Meat in the reviews. I wasn't so keen on it. I had the ribs and they were quite fatty, and the staff were okay there. So if you want to go, but I wouldn't say that's one of the top restaurants to go to. There's also the very posh restaurant, as we called it. I really can't remember what it's called, so I will put it under here. We only went there for drinks, and amazing. First of all, they did ignore us. They went to other people with different coloured bands to us first. So in the end, what I did, I got $5 out of my bag and placed it on the bar, and they came straight over to us, which made me laugh. I felt like I was 16 and getting a club with them, with my cash to actually buy the drink ready. It was come straight over then. Very random situation. And the people next to us only left them a dollar tip, and we left them $5. So people, the Brits do tip. What else was there? But the drinks were amazing. As you are probably seeing now, the drink here is what got done for my sister. they like to put on a show. I can't remember what it was called though. Never mind. Also, they had the coffee shop, which we went to every morning. They always had the same staff in there. And at the end of the week, we tipped them at $10 because they were really nice to us through the whole week. So every day we would tip them $1, but we had some money left. So at the end of when we was going home, we went back in there on that morning and tipped them $10 and said thank you very much. They were really nice to us through the whole week, so we tipped them more. We also, while we're doing this, the ground staff keep it so nice. The poor people, the ground staff, they don't get tips normally, but they make the place beautiful. So we had, I think, $20 and we had 4 5s. So throughout our last day, we went round tipping. We tipped a pool guy that was cleaning the pool that morning. We tipped 2 gardeners. Yep, 2 gardeners. And our reception dude, we found him and gave him $5 tip as well. Because why not? They don't get much as the others. They probably get paid more maybe, but they don't get the tips. So we wanted to tip extra people. I think there was another restaurant, but we just didn't try it in our place. The buffet now. There is 2 buffets. There is the big main buffet that has way more than the other buffet. The main buffet is by the reception. It is big. They have everything you can think of probably. They have fruit, they have cakes, they have pasta, they have pizza, they have meat, they have vegetables. They have a lot of fresh fruit, which I really enjoyed. They will have something for everyone in that buffet. In the beach buffet, so the beach buffet is a restaurant that looks over on the beach and sea. They have a buffet lunch and a buffet breakfast, but not dinner. And I really enjoyed the lunch there because they did fresh pasta. They did it in the other one. But for some reason, the fresh pasta by the beach is nicer than the one in the buffet. I don't know, it's because I was sitting and looking at the beach as I was eating it. It could well be. As I said, the pasta there was just beautiful. So most lunchtimes I did go there. The other restaurants that we went to was Nana's. It's an Indian restaurant. Me and my sister went there and I would definitely recommend going there. The food, the service, the atmosphere of that place was superb. Absolutely loved the food. It's all taster food, so you kind of don't get to pick what you have, but you get to taste what they serve. And the food, superb. Loved it. Would definitely go back there if I went back there. Loved that place. We also went to the Mexican restaurant and it was okay. I wasn't too impressed with that one. The food was okay. I just think the restaurant wasn't that great looking. So I think that's what Punta Cana uses for their buffet. So it wasn't really themed that much. And the service was okay and the food was okay. Nothing to write home about. But yeah, it was okay. So go there if you want to book a restaurant. If not, it's not worth it. We really did want to try the Greek restaurant, but for some reason we couldn't book it, which was fine. We also wanted to try room service, but we just didn't have time to try room service at all. So next time we go, if we go back, definitely need to try the room service. Overall, the holiday was really nice. I spent time with my sister and my mum and her friend. It was a lovely surprise for her. She's very grateful that we did it. And would I recommend going there? Yes. If you want the sun, definitely go there. If I go back to Dominican Republic, I would like to try to do some activities. We didn't get to do any activities off-site there just because we were there for a week and it was my mum's 60th. So we wanted to spend as much time with her as we could. So next time, like if I do go back to the Dominican Republic, there's like the monkey land there that I would like to go, and this like a zip wire course I think is at the same place, and we drove past that on the way back to the airport. So I'd really like to do some activities there, but I'd also like to try some other Caribbean islands instead of going back to that one first. For the airport on the way home, It was fine. We got ourselves tacos, burrito. It was a burrito. I got myself a burrito. It was fine. I got myself some sweets for the flight on the way home. The security line going in was fine. It was quite short actually. I thought it'd be really long, but actually going out of the Dominican Republic, the security line wasn't long at all. Our flight was on time and it was quite cute because when we was about to get on our plane, a security dog was walking up and down sniffing everyone, which was really cute. When we arrived at Gatwick, there was no one in the security line. We just had to scan our passports and off we went through the machine, which was lovely. So that means I got back in time to unpack my bag quickly, pack my new bag for going to Devon that day. So it was quite a full-on day for me on the way home, which was fine. Gatwick, anything bad to say about Gatwick? I don't think so. Everything was fine at Gatwick on the way home, which was lovely.